Let's take a look at the fastest way to get through this ACT reading based question. And I want to point out that we don't always need to go back and check the passage because we know that there's standard traps that are built into answer choices to make them wrong. And I want to look at how, in this question, based upon character analysis, we can see Maya is striving towards perfection and we're looking for how it's going to affect her career. So I want to start by just getting rid of answer choices that I know can't work and why. Very meticulous. We do have a little bit of an opinion based word in here. It tingles my spidey sense. I'm not quite sure about that. But then I've got some negative connotation that comes into play. They're saying that she's difficult. And I also have use of extreme language by saying on every assignment. So while very might not be enough for me to eliminate it, this difficult and this every assignment caused me to eliminate it. I move on to answer choice B. I see another extreme word, never earned a living wage because she only accepted assignments from small independent journals. I have to get rid of that answer because of both of those extreme words in it. Let's take a look at C. Her consistent reworking of articles limited, okay, opinion-based word, but we do know generally speaking it makes things smaller. It doesn't say drastically limited or slightly limited. It's just limited, which does have a general definition in it. Her overall output and prevented her from achieving mainstream recognition. Again, we see some language that does put limits on it, but it makes sense when she's striving towards perfection and it has to have some type of effect. I'm going to leave that one alone for right now. So let's look at the last one. Single goal, that is a little bit extreme. A desire for distance, okay. And others found her aloof and unapproachable. We've got some really negative connotation coming into play with our single goal. So if I'm down to these two and I need to choose my best answer, I'm always going with C. So let's talk a little bit about this. Again, when we're paying attention to our common traps, there's three big ones that come up over and over and over again with regards to things we know the test writers do. We have our extreme language. Let's get my typing fixed in here. An extreme language is anything that's saying it's black and white or at one end or the other. We have negative connotation, meaning anything that is other than positive that is said about the subject or the author, or in this case, we can see this character coming into play. And we also have opinion based language. And opinion based language is anything that not everyone is going to define in the same manner. That was a steep incline. Well, who said it was steep? How do we know it was steep? Is every single person going to say that it was steep? Again, that opinion can make it so that we cannot prove that that is the case because people have different views on it. So while it doesn't work with every single question, I do want to come back and point out that you always need to analyze the answer choices for these types of trap language in them before you spend time going back to find the support for the answer choice. You can almost always get rid of one, if not more, answer choices because of the wrong language that they're using in it. What's the hardest part on the reading section? Getting through all of the questions in the minimal amount of time that you have while you're also analyzing the passages. So the better you get at recognizing traps, the more efficient you're going to be with your time.